Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, YouTubers. It is I, your host, Brooding Gamer. Some even call me the Dinosaur Man. As you can see, and unfortunately it is late in the day for me since I had to work, because bills need to be paid. I didn't get to cover this as soon as it was dropped, but here I am finally getting to cover it now. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 Biosyn, or Dominion Biosyn expansion. There was a lot of information dropped on us all at once, but at the same time, there's still a decent amount of information and content that we have not seen or even heard from that make us all kind of nervous. Gets me a little concerned as to why some things didn't make it into the game, or as of yet anyway, from what we know. Just because we didn't see anything doesn't mean it's not there. You know how Frontier likes to be. Sometimes they like to tease us and drop things out of nowhere on us. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the trailer, break it down little bit by bit, and see if there's anything in there that we have missed. Okay, here we are in our official, we're gonna go scene by scene here. So, let us begin. Instantly, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. There's, just in case, there's nothing here. I've looked several times. We see our three viewing galleries. There's nothing there. It's a full moon. The werewolves are out. That's just about it. New vehicle. New Jeep. It's instantly starting off to show the new Jeeps, and we are already showing off the new trees and the new environment. In general, we have our new helicopter. So everything's looking pretty cool, but I do like the new vehicle. It has like a much angular style. Well, that was kind of hard to see. We do have our two Pyroraptors here, two or three of the Pyroraptors. Two Pyroraptors that I can see. And we have our first view of the invisible fence, which is kind of ironic. We can see the invisible fence, our first view. It looks awesome, and I think this is going to be really, really beneficial for a lot of content creators out there, such as myself, Evolution Square, who Caesar creates, all of which love to use, kind of like to have the invisible fence style, or the lowered fence style, so I think this is really going to be beneficial to a lot of good park designers out there. Now, you better believe I'm going to pause on this. This is our first official view of the Therizinosaurus and the Dreadnoughtus all together at the same time. Therizinosaurus is, from where I can see now, she is standing quite a good distance away from these guys and is still quite large. And they did say that the Dreadnoughtus was exceptionally larger than the original version that we have. We'll say version A. And version B is much larger. Therizinosaurus, which is standing over here, is already very large. She is going to be towering, apparently. I've been hearing a lot of people say that she is going to be huge. So, I'm excited. I am very excited to see. I'm going to actually turn this down a little bit. It's very loud. Very excited to see her in the game. Very excited to see how she defends herself when carnivores come for her. If they even decide to come for her. They probably will. I'd love to see Therizinosaurus and Indominus Rex duke it out. That'll be a pay-per-view style fight. Alright, let's continue. Dimetrodons down here. I see Dimetrodons. It appears to be a pack of Pyroraptor right back here in the back. Of course, we have our Giga here, front and center, stealing the show. And then our Dreadnoughtus kind of just hanging out here. So you could tell they just threw just about every animal in the game, or this pack, all in one big giant enclosure, which of course is going to be a nightmare. These have to be Pyroraptor. In fact, I'm 99.9% sure they're Pyroraptor. If there's like Pyroraptor, an Oviraptor, or these are anything else, I highly doubt it. They do have that crimson fiery kind of a color, so even from this distance you can tell that those clearly are Pyroraptor. And I just realized that there are invisible fences in here. So no, they're not all in the same enclosure. They've got everything kind of sectioned off. and naturally it would give the impression that they're all together when they're not. You have these kind of like lines down here or something to show. I don't know if these are gates or what. They did say there's like an invisible gate as well. So that is, and then you get the Biosyn facility hauntingly peeking over everything. This is going to be a very large pack, but I still feel like they could have added more. Interesting. Now, that part I don't understand. Hold on, let me see if I can. That's probably the Dreadnoughtus. Sorry, I had to play that like 4 or 5 times. It just doesn't make any sense to me why they would randomly just put like an end credit kind of a thing. With no footage. Just random sounds. I don't know if they just did that for effect or what. It's probably the Dreadnoughtus because there's not, unless it's an Iguanodon maybe. Like they're trying to like, because we are missing the Iguanodon remodel and reskin as well, which really sucks because I was really looking forward to the Iguanodon. One of my favorites. There's a bit we're missing, I have to admit, and I feel like I'm a little nervous that they may actually not be putting any of this in. But we do have the Steam page as well to go look at, so let's go ahead and go check out the Steam page while we're at it and just see if there's anything interesting in there that we haven't caught yet. Okay, so we are here on the Steam page where we have all of our, well, some of our really cool pictures. There's kind of 2 different sections here that we can click on. We'll start off with the main page here. A lot of this is stuff that we've already been shown through the live stream. We've got our Giga here, but of course we're going to look at everything we can. I can't doodle or anything. I don't have the best in slot doodling powers here. But we do have our Giga, the antagonist of the film, and apparently the DLC as well. Just everything, new trees. I think these are new trees. This must be the Biosyn map for the, oh goodness, I've forgotten where it's located. That's a bummer. It starts with a D, I think. Here we have a Biosyn tower in the back corner. So that's going to be interesting. These are going to be the new Biosyn-themed buildings. Now we are looking at our Quetzalcoatlus. This beastie has broken out of the enclosure here. And they did say that we're going to need... I don't know if I can... Oh, whoa, hold on now. View full version in browser. Let's see if... There we go. We can make it bigger. There's nothing in here hidden that I could tell. Like, everything back in here's about the same. I mean, it's just an average park. So the Quetzalcoatlus looks absolutely amazing. The wings are all torn up and everything, scratched and everything from whatever it's dealt with. It does have the feathers and this pelican-esque style color to it, so that's going to look really cool. A lot of people are really wanting to know if this thing is going to walk. I mean, of course it's got to walk. This thing can't perch. I'm sure it will, but this thing, the size that they're making it sound like, it's not going to be able to perch. So let me get out of that. I did not mean to do that, so we're okay. There we go. Our Dilophosaurus, which really I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the Dilophosaurus. I just don't feel like it really needed to be put in. I know I made comments about it in the past, and I did in our other video where, I was like, oh, the Dilophosaurus is going to get a reskin. I kind of just did it for the content, but, I guess this is it. So we get our Dilophosaurus. It's not my favorite dinosaur. I know a lot of people, it's a fan favorite of a lot of people, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are extremely happy for this. It's good to see the Dilophosaurus again since Jurassic Park, so it's going to be... I'm happy that he's here. I'm just a little bummed that, there's a few dinosaurs that we didn't get, and, I mean, we've discussed it already. There's no Atrociraptor, there's no Oviraptor, or the Morris Intrepidus, or the Lystrosaurus, so trying to figure out what they're going to do with that. The live stream did mention that there was someone who asked if the dinosaurs were part of the free update, and he was quick to say no, they're not part of the free update. At first, I thought I heard him say that there are no dinosaurs in the free update. Maybe there are, and they just haven't talked about it yet. You know, maybe, I don't know. I feel like for $20 American dollars, you know, yes, there's a lot of content, but only 4 brand new animals. That's a bit of a stretch. I really do think. Yeah, I get it. We are getting a bunch of reskins, so like, you know, the Dilophosaurus here and the Giganotosaurus there. We do have our Pyroraptor, which is again this same building in the background. I think it's the same building. It does. Yes, it is the same building. So that appears back here. I would like. This is probably going to be your viewing center, to be honest with you. The Pyroraptor looking a little off. Not sure what's going on there. I get it. The feathers are new to the animal and to the game in general. I'm not a huge fan of the face. And apparently that's something a lot of people are complaining about, is just the way it looks. And this isn't Frontier's fault. This isn't the game. This is just the design of the Pyroraptor in general. Like, his face, he looks fine. He has an odd face. I don't know. It has a weird Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic-esque kind of a face to me. But we do, in the background here, some of the new trees we're getting are these droopy kind of like pine tree, I almost said Whomping Willows, Weeping Willow kind of style. And I don't know trees at all. So if anybody knows what kind of trees these are, by all means, please let me know. Let's go to our next picture here. This is going to be the Oh, nope. Hold on now. I do want to zoom in for this one. The Biosyn. Come on. Okay, there we go. This is the facility. So down through here we have our waterway. I don't know if we're going to be able to build up on top of here. I feel like we may be able to. Maybe we won't. There are some... I'm sure they're going to want us to build on the outside here. I don't think they would have us build anything inside. Yes, there is something there. Right there. I don't know what that is. If that's a fountain we already have. That may be the fountain that we already have. The DNA-looking fountain. But I don't know. They did say some new scenery would be coming out for the theme of Biosyn. I'm hoping it's not just the buildings. So really, there's not much here that we haven't already seen. Like, there's something going on back here. This ring. I'm not sure what that could be. But it's worth. Let me get out of here. Go back. Nope. That's Photoshop. Where are we at here? There we go. So excited to see where this goes, but I don't know. Now we get to the big meat and potatoes of this here, and that is going to be our first non-dinosaur animal brought to the game, and that would be, well, it's not our first non-dinosaur. We've had like reptiles, but this is the first. It's a Dimetrodon, guys. I mean, what more do you want me to say? It's creepy. Like, I do want to get on to the actual one thing here. This got these black beady eyes, like a doll's eyes. It's creepy. I like it. I'm excited. I have a lot of ideas for enclosures with these. I don't know what all they'll mix with. If they'll mix with anything at all. I would love to see more of these types of animals. But this is, I think this right here is the Dominion version, and he did say we would be getting more, but it does appear that Mattel forgot to paint the claws again. But yeah, just looking at it, you get so much good detail in it, and it reminds me a lot of the Kenner dinosaurs, to be honest with you, the Kenner Dimetrodon. I really hope that there's like a really bright green skin that we can do, so that way we are able to get more from it. Like, I would love to have like a green skin so I can make like a Kenner style Dimetrodon. That would be really freaking cool. It's worth a shot, maybe. I'm excited to see the different skin opportunities that we get with some of these new dinosaurs, especially the Therizinosaurus. So that is our Dimetrodon. Very exciting. Everybody should have a big reason. Now here I definitely wanted to zoom in for this one. This is our 2022 Rexy scarred version. We finally are getting, I mean, we did have the Jurassic Park T-Rex skin, but this is directly created to look exactly like Rexy. So I'm very excited. I love, it's weird, like you get all this scaling detail in the lower jaw and the upper jaw, or the mandible, I guess you would say, if you wanted to be super technical, and then the upper jaw. But then you get back here and it's just like smooth scales, smooth scales, smooth. I don't know what's going on here. This is definitely at the Biosyn facility. I'm pretty sure every picture we get is Biosyn facility. So, oh, excuse me. I've worked all day and then I came straight home and started doing this. I haven't even had time to shower yet. I wanted to get this video up and going. So this is going to be really cool. I'm happy to see Rexy. I wish they would like maybe change the sounds up a little bit of her. Maybe have them a little aged. So that way when she roars you can definitely hear that. Here we have our Dreadnoughtus that a lot of people were begging to be into the game, and they have done it. I did see a couple comments of people saying they're not going to remodel things. Well, they obviously remodeled things. They said that this Dreadnoughtus is much larger than the regular Dreadnoughtus. So they said you could put both together and you will definitely see a huge difference. I'm excited to have the Dreadnought. I like this. I like it. I'm excited to see it. Definitely excited to find the toy. I think it would be awesome. I'm sorry I keep flipping up and down here. There's just, the picture's so big, so I need to get both in the image. And it's not, the skins are all the same, so it's not like it's a new model and a new species. It's literally what they did with Camp Cretaceous, where we have a new model and a new size of that animal. So you can have two. You could have like a Dreadnoughtus and a Dreadnoughtus baby, or a subspecies of Dreadnoughtus. I don't know. Either way, it's really cool. We unfortunately are not getting pictures of the Feathered Rex, which really sucks. I wanted to see the Feathered Rex. Here is something that's actually my current wallpaper, or is going to be my current wallpaper. The new Parasaurolophus design and skin. We're starting to get this like membrane right here behind the crest, which have not been on there before. I'm going to say that these are probably 3 different skins. These are 3 different skins. Now I was like, wait, I think they are. So I think this is more of the lesser evolved of the two, because it still has that like stripe going down the back. The head is starting to turn into that more filled out, thicker necked version. You then go over here, you have like this real striped zebra style one, which is really pretty. I love that. And then you get this blue one, which I'm going to be using a lot. These two right here I'm going to be using a lot. I love this. We're out in the snow, so that's cool. We've seen the Paras in the snow as well in the Dominion trailer, but now we're seeing them in the snow in the game as well. I'm really excited for the Paras. I was really hoping Parasaurolophus would get some sort of a redo, and they are. Sound-wise, probably not. They're not getting any changes to sound effects, because to my knowledge they sound exactly the same. But it's going to be exciting to have these versions of your Parasaurolophus mixed with your the more original style of Jurassic Park Parasaurolophus. It's really cool. Here we go again with another yawn. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. And then we have another image here. There's actually some Dinosaurs in this picture, so we're going to do a quick gander. This will be, yep, these are viewing platforms for sure. So we have all of our Parasaurolophus down here. Too bad there's not like a hidden animal that you can be like, that's an Oviraptor right there. Nothing like that. All of our Biosyn-themed buildings. I'm not seeing any Biosyn-themed decor. And then we have our Dreadnoughtus, which is just absolutely just ginormous over here. It's really cool. And then our viewing platforms, which I think I've already mentioned. I did hear something that these buildings don't need to be connected to pathing, which is going to be really cool. And then we have something back in here. Not sure what that is, but probably should click off all these. Very exciting. That's all I can say. Very exciting. I think that's the last of those pictures. So let's go on down here to this really cool looking, this will give you the trailer, which we've already gone over, and this will give us more of our species viewer. So our Pyroraptor, this is the not roaring face. We have, of course, the Therizinosaurus, which is the thumbnail, pardon my squeaky shoe. We do have actual lines of these. Let me read these real quick. We have on here is the Pyroraptor. Recognize this gorgeous plumaged park managers. This week's Know Your Dino was none other than the Pyroraptor, distant cousin to the Velociraptor and the Deinonychus. This intelligent fire thief is sure to put your park management skills to the test and will be the talk of your guest. I'm sure it will. I'm definitely going to have one and name it Fox. Therizinosaurus. Therizinosaurus is a fierce territorial foliage grazer sporting feathers across its imposing stature. With its elongated forearms and curved claws, this ancient dinosaur, whose name means scythe lizard, has an intimidating appearance. It sure freaking does. Usually its claws would be used to pull vegetation to eat rather than to fight. However, it will not hesitate to defend its territory. I cannot wait to see this thing duke it out in an arena. I really can't. Alright, Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon is the oldest prehistoric species we've added to the Jurassic World Evolution 2, becoming extinct several million years before dinosaurs first appeared on Earth. Its carnivore is characterized by impressive neural spine sail on the back, likely used as heat regulation. The dorsal spine is pretty cool, I will admit. Quetzalcoatlus. Last but certainly not least, see, this is what gets me right here. Last but certainly not least, is one of the largest flying animals of all time, Quetzalcoatlus. This towering pterosaur has a massive wingspan that will require several aviary domes in order to satisfy its territory and environmental needs. Its sheer size and long, sharp beak make it a dominating force in the air. Now we are moving down to, of course, the new variants. With Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion Biosyn expansion, we're also introducing 6 new dinosaur skins and 2 brand new variants based on the iconic dinosaurs from Jurassic World Dominion, making your Giganotosaurus more frightening than ever with its new 2022 variant, and experience the world of the new Dreadnoughtus 2022 variant. If you thought this sauropod was big before, it's even bigger now. We're rolling out 2 new skins for the T-Rex, a scarred 2022 version as well as a feathered version, which is perfect if you decide to match it up against your new Giganotosaurus variant, modeled after its appearance in the Jurassic World Dominion. Finally, we're adding a new 2022 skin for the Dilophosaurus and 3 film-based Parasaurolophus that we know you'll absolutely love. So these 2 pictures we've already seen, nothing new there. The new campaign we've already read up on multiple times. Jump into a completely new and immersive campaign and discover the rise of Biosyn Valley. You'll be taking control of Biosyn's Valley Research Compound, soon to be seen in Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment Jurassic World Dominion, constructing it through multiple stages as you play. You'll also be working alongside familiar and iconic characters from across the franchise, including Claire Dearing, voiced by Bryce Dallas Howard, Dr. Alan Grant, voiced by Sam Neill. So they are returning, they're reprising their roles. I told you guys. Sam Neill, Dr. Ellie Sattler, voiced by Laura Dern, and Lewis Dodson, voiced by Campbell Scott. Where is Ian Malcolm? Why is he not on there? Did I overread it? I did not overread it. That's cause for concern that he is not on there. If they kill him off, I am walking out of the theater. That's all I'm saying. Much like InGen, Biosyn also attracts dinosaur DNA from amber. You'll be sending scientists deep into the earth beneath the valley to extract amber-encased DNA and build up your dinosaur genomes. As the Valley Research Compound expands, you'll get to use all new gameplay features introduced in this DLC. An underground Hyperloop transportation network will move people back and forth, while your dinosaurs are safely kept behind invisible fences. So, we do have invisible fences, which we're seeing in that trailer. New buildings, vehicles, and decorations will also be available to use in sandbox mode. So we are getting new decorations. The new Biosyn Valley map is also playable in sandbox mode with both normal and flattened terrain options. The normal terrain option will keep the research compound as a visual part of the map, whereas flattened terrain will remove it. We'll probably do both. I really don't want to keep reading all this, but I mean, I'm a little annoyed because there's still stuff we're missing, guys. There's a lot we're missing. I don't see anything new there. I'm really just looking for all the pictures. Okay, so that's everything. I've already covered the trailer itself in depth. that's pretty much everything we have so far. So they said we'll find out more here soon when they do their dev diary, so hopefully we will get more. I know this sounds really crappy coming from me because, you know, we've kind of planned out everything we wanted, and there's a giant chunk of content that's still not been added to the game, with that being the Atrociraptors, which is funny because the Atrociraptors have been, like, shown in just about everything you see. There's barely a trailer, even on TV, that does not have the Atrociraptors in it. They are pushing the toys, they're pushing the images, and they're pushing the animal in general. It's just really weird that it did not make it in the first trailer of Jurassic World Dominion. I think if they plan on adding it, they need to add it now. Adding it later would be cool, but still, I guess, you know, better late than never. But the fact that the Atrociraptor at least wasn't in the Lystrosaurus weren't announced, it's just a little odd. I don't know if maybe they're going to add them in the free update. There is no mention of any animals in the free update, to my knowledge. But there's just still a good amount that, you know, you think would be a part of the main series, or the main DLC, including, of course, the Demon Carnotaurus skin. That, oddly enough, didn't make it any either. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they forgot. I don't think they forgot, because as I was watching the live stream and the comments, they were very quickly coming out and answering questions, but there were a lot of questions involving where's the Atrociraptor, where's the Carnotaur, where's the Oviraptor. Like, if anything, it was Atrociraptor, Oviraptor, and the Lystrosaurus were the three things that people were like, where the hell is this? What's going on? So you know for a fact they read those. You know they saw them, and they're not going to say anything. They're not going to say, hey, we're... But the thing is their silence doesn't mean anything bad, because if they weren't going to be in the game, they would probably let us know that. That way they're not getting our hopes up. But the fact that they're just not saying anything at all when you know they're seeing those comments, it just, you know, silence in this case may be the good factor. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or you have any concerns, please by all means leave those in the comments below. If I got your attention in this video, by all means leave a like. That'd be extremely appreciated, and maybe a subscription. You leave a subscription. Subscribe if you guys are not yet subscribed and you would like to see more Jurassic World Dominion or Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion content. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be an amazing DLC. Even if we don't get everything we hope for, it's still better than nothing at all. I at least get my Therizinosaurus. That is all I care about, is my Therizinosaurus. I really would like the other dinosaurs. I think an Oviraptor and a Atrociraptor and Lystrosaurus would be great, because I am getting ready to work on a desert-themed park for Egypt, and I think that those dinosaurs would fit in perfectly. So, yeah, that's just all my opinion. If I've gone through the whole spiel, I think, twice now, because I tend to forget. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. I will see you all in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.
Mm-hmm.